Good afternoon. Keith Tebow back with you. Thank you for joining us. This weekend, the Drug Enforcement Administration, the DEA, is sponsoring a drug take-back campaign, which allows individuals who may have prescription drugs, whether they're using them at all anymore or they may have expired, to be able to turn those back in and kind of get them off the streets. And there's a number of agencies that's involved in this upcoming weekend's drug take back. It's going to be held at the Blessed Trinity Church on Plymouth Avenue in Fall River. I'm pleased to be joined by Alyssa Jusseaume. She is a prevention coordinator at STAR in Fall River. Alyssa, thank you for joining me. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you, and thank you for joining me. Talk a little bit about how the drug take back works. These have been held, I believe, twice a year, and talk about for people who may be interested in maybe turning in some old prescription drugs, how it works.
Yeah, absolutely. So what happens is in the Fall River site, it's going to be at Blessed Trinity Parish in Fall River. You'll come right into the parish, and there'll be a number of tables there with different resources, different people there handing out information materials. But there'll also be a table there with a DEA officer and a box. You bring your prescription medications. It can be unused, unwanted, expired, no questions asked. You bring it in, put it right in the box, and then the DEA officer at the end of the event will fold up the box and take it right to the incinerator to be properly disposed of.
And it's really important in some ways for people to dispose of drugs, specifically prescription drugs, because again, if it falls into the wrong hands, someone can find it in a trash can. Primarily children, if you're in a home with children, can find some of these drugs. So it's really important to dispose of these properly, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely disposing them when we can, disposing of them properly. They happen to have two events every year. As we had mentioned in the beginning, it happens in April and October, but there's also places that you can go through to dispose of medication year round. Some of the local pharmacies do it. So check in with your local pharmacy and see if they have a disposal box that you can bring it to. And also some of the local police stations do it as well.
You are a prevention coordinator at STAR, and you're going to be at this event at Blessed Trinity Church this weekend. What's your role there representing STAR?
So as a prevention coordinator, what will happen is we'll go in and along with the DEA agent, I'll be sitting there and there'll be prevention materials, information for people of all ages to come, ask any questions for them, a loved one, a family member, anything regarding prevention, treatment, recovery, and we'll try to help the best we can, whatever that looks like for that person. So if you're just coming in looking for prevention materials, we can give that out to you. And if you're looking for anything with treatment and recovery, we can try to get you in contact with somebody who can help with that further.
In your experience, how well attended has these events been?
So unfortunately, last year, because of COVID, it was canceled in April. However, because of that, our October takeback was tremendously attended. We had over safely, people had come in to dispose of their medication. I would say 50, 100 people, and that's not including what the police station had received. So it's often attended. It's a lot of people attend it. So if you have any unused, unwanted, or expired medication, feel free, because a lot of people take advantage of this opportunity to safely dispose of their medication.
Yeah, and as we said before, it is important to get those medications off the street and disposed of properly. I want to get back to your role as prevention coordinator. At these type of events, people may be coming to get some information. They may also be a little maybe timid about coming forward. I guess, is it important for people to know that, this is a, as you said, no questions asked zone, a very safe place to not only return your prescription drugs, but also get information and potentially help?
Absolutely. It is no questions asked. We don't ask about what any of the medications were for, who they were from, none of those questions are asked. You can just literally bring it in, drop it in the box, and it will be incinerated, completely properly disposed of. And again, if you have any questions, we're there to help. We're happy to help. And whether we can help ourselves or get you in contact with somebody who could help, we're happy to do that. So I definitely can understand where it can be intimidating, but we're there to help and would love to help. And again, like I said, no questions asked.
I know. I asked you this question before. You've been at a number of these events, and sometimes people will come forward and not necessarily ask for help at that time, but may do so in the future. So, how important is it for people to again not be afraid of what they may be going through, and they don't necessarily need to come forward on Saturday, right? They can contact you at any time.
Absolutely. When it comes to substance use disorder, substance misuse, whatever you'd like to call it, it can be a really scary and stigmatizing thing. And we at STAR Prevention want to let everybody know that we're here to help everyone. We're happy to help. And even if you are not looking for treatment that day or for information that day, our hope is that we can plant a seed and give you the information that you can then use for the future, whether it be for you, a family member, or a friend. We just want to get information out there to be able to help people and get them the resources that they need.
All right. Again, as a reminder, the drug take back program is going to be happening this Saturday, April 24th. I almost said August there. Moving ahead through the summer. April 24th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Blessed Trinity Church on Plymouth Avenue in Fall River. Alyssa Jusseaume, thank you for joining me today. I appreciate your time and all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to be here.
All right. And thank you for joining us today here in FRC Media. I'm Keith Tebow. Have a great day.